In a shocking turn of events that has stirred public debate across the UK and beyond, Lord VVian has officially barred Prince Harry from attending his highly anticipated wedding next month. While the public was initially left speculating over the bold decision, sources close to the aristocrat confirmed that the move was not only deliberate but deeply personal, rooted in a growing frustration over what many in the British elite now openly describe as the Markle Effect, the chaos, entitlement, and persistent royal undermining allegedly brought about by Meghan Markle. Lord VVian, a distinguished figure in British high society and a close friend to several royal family members, made his position clear earlier this week during a private gathering at Somerset House. When asked if the Duke of Sussex would be attending, he reportedly responded with a sharp "not while Meghan continues to interfere where she's not welcome." Those at the event described the atmosphere as tense but affirming. Many nodded in agreement, suggesting VVian's decision is part of a broader undercurrent of aristocratic discontent with Harry and Meghan's post-royal antics. For years, critics have accused Meghan Markle of inserting herself too deeply into royal affairs, despite stepping away from official duties alongside Harry in 2020. While the couple claims to champion independence and privacy, their media presence, from explosive interviews to docuseries, has told a different story. Lord VVian, according to one insider, had long maintained cordial ties with Harry but began distancing himself when Meghan allegedly began interfering in private family matters unrelated to her or her husband. One particular incident that reportedly tipped the balance was Meghan's attempt to influence the guest list for a royal-adjacent wedding in 2023, where she was said to have voiced objections to certain guests being invited. "She overstepped," said a source close to the bride. "It wasn't her event, but she treated it like she had final say." Lord VVian, who was in attendance at that wedding, reportedly made a mental note of the drama and decided that his own nuptials would be a Markle-free zone. The move is being hailed by some royal supporters as a much-needed stand against what they see as the erosion of royal dignity. "VVian has done what many have wanted to do for years," said Helena Stroud, a royal historian and commentator. "He drew a clear boundary, not out of spite, but out of respect for the traditions and the order that Meghan has so often disrupted." What makes this development even more poignant is Harry's apparent isolation. Once seen as the cheeky, lovable Prince of Britain, Harry's reputation has taken a nosedive since stepping back from royal duties. Many believe that under Meghan's influence, he has not only distanced himself from his family, but also lost the respect of long-standing allies in the upper echelons of society. "He is no longer seen as Harry," another peer commented anonymously. "He's seen as Meghan's spokesperson." Supporters of the Sussexes may cry foul, calling the situation unfair, even xenophobic, but the backlash isn't coming from tabloids or conspiracy theorists. It's coming from within the British elite, among people who once embraced Meghan's entry into the royal family but now view her as a disruptive force. Even in the realm of philanthropy, where the couple has claimed to shift focus, their efforts have drawn criticism. A joint venture last year with a major NGO collapsed after insiders claimed Meghan insisted on controlling PR narratives, leading to tension and eventual fallout. "It's always the Meghan show," one official allegedly said during a closed-door debrief. Lord VVian's wedding, set to be a grand affair with dignitaries from across Europe, is now a symbol of an emerging divide. One between traditional royalists and those who see Harry and Meghan's independence as an ongoing public relations campaign wrapped in victimhood. Perhaps the most telling sign of this shift is the reaction from royal courtiers, many of whom have remained silent in public but vocal in private. According to a former palace aide, "No one wants to go on record, but behind closed doors, there's quiet support for VVian's decision. It sends a message: if you burn bridges, don't expect an invitation." As the wedding draws near, one thing is clear: Lord VVian's decision was no accident, and it certainly wasn't rooted in petty drama. It was a calculated, intentional stance against what many now consider the destructive influence of Meghan Markle within once unified circles of the British royal and noble establishment. And in that act, VVian may have done more than plan a wedding. He may have ignited the beginning of a social reckoning. What's particularly striking is how Lord VVian's decision has emboldened others in aristocratic circles to speak more openly. In recent weeks, there has been a noticeable shift in how former allies of Harry and Meghan speak about them behind closed doors. One lord, who preferred to remain unnamed, confessed that invitations to high-profile events have increasingly excluded the Sussexes, not out of fear, but out of exhaustion. It's always drama with them. If they come, the attention turns away from the occasion and onto their presence. No one wants that anymore. Sources close to Lord VVian reveal that the decision to bar Harry was not taken lightly. VVian reportedly consulted several senior peers before making the call, weighing the potential backlash against his own principles. In the end, he chose what he described to a friend as peace over press. Meghan, he believes, has weaponized media attention, creating an environment where any room she walks into becomes a battleground for control and optics. Even Harry's defenders have struggled to explain his recent choices. His memoir Spare was viewed as cathartic by some but disgraceful by others. It felt like betrayal, said one of Harry's former military comrades. He aired private pain but threw everyone under the bus in the process. Lord VVian's wedding will proceed without a Sussex shadow, and insiders confirm security has been tightened to prevent any unwanted appearances. It's a symbolic rejection that carries weight far beyond one social event. It represents the growing sentiment that while the monarchy may evolve, there are still lines that should never be crossed. And in the quiet refusal to accommodate Harry and Meghan, the British establishment may have drawn its clearest line yet.